Good morning, my dear students. I am S. Shankar, lecturer in zoology, Government Degree College, Bhimgal, District Nizamabad. Today, my topic is on disease of parathyroid gland. Today, my topic is on disease of parathyroid gland. First one is objectives. At the end of this presentation, students will be able to. At the end of this presentation, students will be able to. First one is define the thyroid and parathyroid gland. Define the thyroid and parathyroid gland. Describe the anatomy of thyroid and parathyroid gland. Describe the anatomy of the thyroid and parathyroid gland. Next one is this is the synthesis of their hormones. This is the synthesis of their hormones. Describe the physiology of thyroid and parathyroid gland. Describe the physiology and thyroid and parathyroid gland. Explain the role of thyroid. Explain the role of thyroid and parathyroid hormones in the regulation of basal metabolism and calcium respectively. Explain the role of thyroid and parathyroid gland hormones is the regulation of basal metabolism and calcium respectively. Identify the relation of thyroid and parathyroid gland with hypothalamus and pituitary gland. Identify the relation of the thyroid gland and parathyroid gland with hypothalamus and pituitary gland. Define the thyroid and parathyroid gland. Describe the anatomy of thyroid and parathyroid gland. This is the synthesis of their hormones. This is the synthesis of their hormones. Describe the physiology of thyroid and parathyroid gland. Explain the role of thyroid and parathyroid hormones in the regulation of basal metabolism and calcium respectively. Identify the relation of thyroid and parathyroid gland with hypothalamus and pituitary gland. This objective embryology. The ectopic superior parathyroid gland. The truly ectopic superior parathyroid gland are rare but might be found in the middle or posterior mediastinum. Truly ectopic superior parathyroid gland are rare but might be found in the middle of posterior mediastinum or in the orthopulmonary window. Orthopulmonary window. As the embryo matures, the thymus and inferior parathyroids. As the embryo matures, the thymus and inferior parathyroids migrate together casually in the neck. Migrate together casually in the neck. The most common location for inferior glands. The most common location for inferior glands is within a distance of 1 centimeter. The most common location for inferior glands, which is within a distance of 1 centimeter for a point central where the inferior thyroid artery and RLN cross. Experimentally, 15% of inferior glands are found in the thymus. Approximately 50% of inferior glands are found in the thymus. The position of the inferior glands, however, tends to the more variable due to their longer migratory path. To be more variable due to their longer migratory path. The position of the inferior glands, are found the thymus. The position of the inferior glands, however, tends to be more variable due to their longer migratory path. Undescended inferior glands may be found near the skull base, angle of the mandible, or supervisor to the upper parathyroid gland, along with an undescended thymus. The frequency of intrathyroid glands is about 2%. The frequency of interthyroid glands is about 2%. This is one embryology. Anatomy. The most patients have four thyroid glands. Normal thyroid glands are gray and semi-transparent in newborns bones, but upper golden yellow to light brown in adults. Parathyroid colors depends on cellularity, fat content, and vascularity. Most patients have four parathyroid glands. Normal parathyroid glands are gray and semi-transparent in newborns, but upper golden yellow to light brown in adults. Parathyroid colors depend on cellularity, fat content, and vascularity. Normal parathyroid glands are located in loose tissue. Are fat and or ovoid. They measure up to 7 millimeter in size. And weight approximately 40 to 50 milligram each. They measure up to 7 millimeter in size and weight, approximately 40 to 50 milligrams each. Parathyroid gland usually drive their blood. Parathyroid gland usually derive their blood supply from branches of the inferior thyroid artery, also branches from the superior thyroid artery supply at least 20% of upper glands. Branches from the thyroid image and vesicles to the trachea, esophagus, and larynx may also contribute. Trachea and esophagus and larynx may be also contributes. The parathyroid glands drain ipsilaterally by the superior, middle, and inferior thyroid veins. The parathyroid glands drain ipsilaterally by the superior, middle, and inferior thyroid veins. The superior glands usually are dorsal to the RLN at the level of the cricoid cartilage. The superior glands usually are dorsal to the at the level of cricoid cartilage, where the inferior parathyroid glands are located ventral to the nerve. The superior glands usually also are dorsal to the at the level of the cricoid cartilage, where the inferior parathyroid glands are located central to the nerve. Histology of parathyroid gland. Calcium, homeostasis, parathyroid hormone. Physiology, parathyroid hormones. Calcium homeostasis. Calcium is the most abundant cation. Calcium is the most abundant cation in the human beings and has several crucial functions. Calcium is the most abundant cation in human beings and has several crucial functions. Extracellular calcium levels are 10,000 fold higher than intracellular levels. 10,000 fold higher than intracellular levels, and both are tightly controlled. Extracellular calcium is important for excitation. Extracellular calcium is important for excitation, contraction, coupling in muscle tissue. Extracellular calcium is important for excitation, contraction, coupling in muscle tissue. Synaptic transmission, coupling in muscle tissue. Synaptic construction, coupling in muscle tissue. Synaptic transmission in the nervous system. Synaptic transmission in the nervous system. Coagulation and secretion of other hormones. Coagulation and secretion of other hormones. Intracellular calcium is important second. Intracellular calcium is an important second messenger regulating cell division. Intracellular calcium is an important second messenger regulating cell division. Motility membrane. Trafficking and secretion. Trafficking and secretion. Intracellular calcium and extracellular calcium 900 milligrams accounts for only 1% of the body's. Extracellular calcium 900 milligrams account for only 1% of the body's calcium store. 1% of the body calcium store. The majority of which is sequestered in the skeletal system, which is sequestered in the skeletal system. That's extracellular calcium. Intracellular calcium important second messenger regulating cell division, motility, membranes, trafficking and secretion. But extracellular calcium 900 milligrams account from only 1% of the body calcium store, the majority of which is sequestered in the skeletal system. Calcium, that is calcium homeostasis. Parathyroid hormone physiology. Parathyroid hormone physiology. The primary function of parathyroid hormone is maintain the extracellular fluid. The primary function of parathyroid hormone is maintain the extracellular fluid. Calcium concentration within a narrow normal range. Within a narrow normal range. The hormones act directly on bone and kindly and indirectly on intestine through its efforts on synthesis to increase serum calcium concentration construction. The hormone act directly on bone and kidney and indirectly on intestine through its effect on synthesis To increase serum calcium concentrations, in turn, parathyroid production is closely regulated by the construction of serum ionized ionized calcium. This feedback system is the critical homeostasis mechanism for maintenance of ECF calcium. Any tendency toward hypocalcemia as might be induced by calcium deficient diets is counteracted by an increased secretion of parathyroid hormone. This is turn. First one is increase the rate of dissolution of bone mineral, thereby increasing the flow of calcium from bone into blood. Second one is reduce the renal clearance of calcium. Reduced the renal clearance of calcium, returning more of the calcium filtered at the glomerulus into ECF and increases the efficiency calcium absorption in the intestine, stimulating the production of 1,25 OH. This is parathyroid hormone physiology. Parathyroid hormone structure and synthesis. Parathyroid hormone 84 amino acid single chain peptide. 84 amino acid single chain peptide. The amino acid photon parathyroid hormone 1 to 34 is highly conserved and is critical for the biological action of the molecule. The parathyroid hormone gene is located on chromosome 11. Parathyroid hormone is initially synthesized as larger molecule. The pro-parathyroid hormone pro-parathyroid hormone consisting of 115 amino acids, which is then reduced in size by a second cleavages. Pro-parathyroid hormone 90 amino acids before secretion of the 84 amino acid peptides. Transcriptional suppression of the parathyroid hormone gene by calcium is nearly maximal. The physiological calcium concentrations. Hypocalcemia is increases transcription activity. Hypocalcemia increases transcriptional activity within hour. 2D3 strongly suppressor parathyroid hormone gene transcription. 2D3 strongly suppressor parathyroid hormone gene transcription. Calcitonin and vitamin D. Calcitonin and vitamin D. Calcitonin and vitamin D. Calcitonin and vitamin D is produced by thyroid cells and function as an anti hypercalcemic hormone by inhibiting osteoclast mediated by bone and resorption. Calcitonin production is stimulated by calcium and catecholamines. Cholecystokinin and glucagon. At the kidney, calcitonin increases phosphate excretion by inhibiting its reabsorption. Calcitonin plays a minimum of role in the regulation of calcium level in human. However, it is very useful of markers of MTC and is treating acute hypercalcemic crisis. The vitamin D is and D2 vitamin D3. Vitamin D refers to vitamin D2 and vitamin D3, both of the which are production by photolysis in naturally occurring stereo pressures. Vitamin D2 is available commercially, whereas vitamin D3 is the most important physiologically compound. Vitamin D is metabolized the liver. It is primary circulating from 25 hydroxy vitamin D. Further hydroxylation in the kidney result in 1 to 25 dihydroxy vitamin D, which is the metabolically active form of vitamin D. Vitamin D stimulates the absorption of calcium and phosphate from the gut and the resorption of calcium from the bone. Hyperparathyroidism. Hyper Next one is hyperparathyroidism. Hyperfunction of the parathyroid gland might be classical, primary, secondary, or tertiary. Primary and secondary or tertiary. Parathyroid hormone arises from increased parathyroid hormone production of abnormal parathyroid gland and result from disturbance of normal feedback control excreted by serum calcium. Elevated parathyroid hormone levels might be also occurs on compensatory response to hypoglycemic stages resulting from chronic renal failure, malabsorption of calcium. This secondary hyperparathyroidism can be reversed by correction of the underlying problem. Example, kidney transplantation of chronic renal failure. However, chronically stimulated glands may occasionally might be autonomous, resulting persistence of recurrence of hypercalcemia after successful renal transcription resulting in tertiary hyperthyroidism. Clinical manifestations. First one, renal diseases. Renal diseases. First one, bone diseases, renal diseases, and bone diseases, and gastrointestinal compliance, hypercalcemia treatment. Renal diseases. Renal disease is one of the diseases in the clinical manifestations. Next one is bone diseases. Bone diseases including osteopenia, osteoporosis, and osteotis, osteoporosis, and osteotitis fibrosa cystica is found in about 50% of patients with parathyroid hormone. Bone diseases. Bone diseases including osteopenia, osteoporosis, and osteocysts fibrosa cystica is found in about 50% of patients with parathyroid hormones. In increased bone turnover as found patients with osteoitis fibrosa cystica can be determined by elevated blood alkaline phosphate level. Advanced parathyroid with osteoitis fibrosa cystica now occurs in 55% of patients. It has pathogenic radiological findings which are best seen on X-rays of hands and are characterized by subperiosteal receptions most apparent on the radial aspect of the middle phalanx of the second and third fingers bones cyst and tufting of middle phalanx of the second and third fingers bone cyst and tufting of the distal phalanges. The scala also may be attached and appears motile with a loss of definition of the inner and outer cortex. Brown or osteoclastic tumors and bone cysts also may be present. Severe bone diseases resulting in bone pain and tendons. The pathological factors are rarely observed nowadays. Next one is gastrointestinal complications. Gastrointestinal complaints. Has been associated with peptic ulcer diseases, peptic ulcer diseases in increased incidence of pancreatic also has been reported in patients with PHPT. Although this appears to occur only in patients with profound hypercalcemia. Although this appears to occur only in patients with profound hypercalcemia, patients with hyperparathyroidism also have an increased incidence of cholelithiasis, cholelithiasis presumably due to an increase in biliary calcium, which leads to the formation of calcium bilirubinate stones, which leads to the formation of calcium bilirubinate stones. Last one, hypercalcemia and treatment. Renal diseases, approximately 80% of patients with parathyroid hormone have some degree of renal defection of symptoms. Kidney stones were previously reported up to 80% of patients, but now occurs in about 20 to 25%. The caliculi are typically composed of calcium phosphate or oxalate nephrocalcinosis, which refers to renal parenchymal calcification, is found in 5% of patients and is more likely to lead and renal deficits. Chronic hypercalcemia also can impair concentrating ability, thereby resulting in polyuria, polydyspia, and nocturia. Hypertension is reported to occur in up to 50% of patients with parathyroid hormones. Hypertension appears to be more common on older patients and correlates with the magnitude of renal defections, and it contrasts to the other symptoms. Is least likely to improve after parathyroidectomy. Last one, treatment. Hypercalcemia and treatment. Treatment. The most patients with post-pyruvate hypocalcemia can be treated with oral calcium and vitamin D supplement. Fourth, calcium infusion is rarely required except in patients with pre-operative osteoids fibrosa cystica. Patients with preoperative osteoids fibrosa cystica. Fourth, calcium gluconate infusion for the treatment of moderate to severe hypocalcemia. Fourth, calcium gluconate fusion for the treatment of moderate to severe hypocalcemia, that is treatment. Thank you, thank you, thank you, very very thank you. Today topic parathyroid gland and objective embryology and anatomy. Histological of parathyroid gland, calcium homeostasis, parathyroid hormone physiologically, and parathyroid hormone, calcitonin and vitamin D, hyperparathyroidism, primary hyperthyroidism, clinical manifestations, renal diseases and bone diseases, gastrointestinal intestinal complications, hypercalcemia, calcemia, and treatment. Thank you.